Hi everybody, it's Monica Taylor with Taylor Made Cards for You, and I'm here today to share with you a card I created using some alcohol inks and some specialty cardstock from Heidi Swapp. This cardstock works great as a resist with inks and sprays and creates a wonderful background. The stamp that I'm using is a new release from So Susie Stamps called Lauren Bacall and is available this month in her shop. Now this card pack comes in several designs, and it works as a resist with not only your inks, your sprays, but your alcohol inks as well. And when I say a resist, essentially what that means is when you add it to the paper and wipe it off with a paper towel, you're left with a wonderful pattern in the background. It does work similarly to stencils without actually having to have the stencil. The design that I chose to use this time was the circles, and the alcohol colors or the alcohol inks that I chose to use were called Sailboat Blue, Wild Plum, and Mushroom. Now typically when I'm working with alcohol inks, I will add them directly to my blending tool, but for this project I decided to add the ink directly to the paper because I wanted it to be a little bit more vibrant, and I didn't want to dilute the colors with the alcohol blending solution. Before I added it to my paper, I did shake it up, and then I just simply added some color throughout the paper and splotched up some of the excess ink. I did this with all three colors until I had the desired look. I did come in with some alcohol blending solution, which is great to not only dilute some of the colors, but it does bring the color in and blend it together to make it look like a more cohesive card. You can see that it does have that wonderful shine, and the more that I use the blending solution, the more that background shows through. So you're left not only with some wonderful colors, but those great patterned dots as well. Alcohol ink does dry fairly quickly, so I just set it aside while I decided to stamp my sentiments. I did have some pre-cut die paper already, and using my MISTI, it was very easy to add my sentiment. Before stamping my sentiment, I did want to add some shaded lilac to the edges of the cardstock to have it match the background in my card. Using my blending tool, I just simply rubbed very lightly to just give it a very mild look. I did want the edges to be a little bit darker, so my second round I did slightly lift up my blending tool to make sure I got the edges a little bit darker. From there I stamped my sentiment using my MISTI, and I matted it on some designer cardstock. As you can see, this card is very easy to put together, but it has some wonderful colors, and it's a very fun card to work with some of these snarky sentiments over at So Susie Stamps. I hope that you've enjoyed my video, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I plan on having several more videos using some of the new stamps from So Susie Stamps, and I have a feeling you will not want to miss these snarky, fun sentiments. Here's a closer image of my finished product, and I hope to see you again next time. Thanks for stopping by.